and welcome to Insight News. Today we're talking about abnormal sleep patterns. This is following the tragic news that we reported last week that the well-loved and well-respected bouncer Jamie Platt died following a late night shift. It's got us thinking, is there other professions that demand unusual patterns of sleep, which mean that we're getting up later or going to bed at unusual times, and is that going to affect our daily functioning? So, what we did is we asked some of our viewers to get in touch with their sleeping habits, and then we got our resident expert, Dr. Sleepwell, to analyse them and give suggestions on how they could improve. So, let's take a look.
Hi Insight News. I've noticed I've been feeling really tired this term, especially with all the deadlines due, and I've kind of been finding hard to keep up on my seminars as well. You know, I feel like my brain just can't keep up. I mean, I'm quite a last minute person. I end up doing quite a lot of all-nighters in the library, and it's not my favourite thing in the world to do, but you know, as long as the essay gets done, then what can you do?
This is a really common problem that we see with students. They've got deadlines to meet and social occasions that they want to attend. But the thing is, they don't realise how much of a negative effect this lack of sleep is having. June Pilcher and her colleagues in 1997 did a student sleep deprivation study. They compared students who'd had 8 hours sleep with those who'd had 24 hours of sleep deprivation, and then they got them to do a range of performance measures. They found that those who'd had the lack of sleep, they had to concentrate harder, exert more effort, and still performed worse than their well-rested colleagues. Later in a questionnaire, they were asked about the negative effects of sleep, and they didn't realise how much of a detrimental effect this lack was having. My advice would be, students, get some sleep and you'll have academic success. I'd also recommend for universities maybe educating students on these negative effects of a lack of sleep, and maybe considering university timetabling changes so that lectures are later in the day to be in keeping with students' sleep-wake cycles.
I work 9 till 5 in an office, but have recently taken up a second job, stacking shelves in a supermarket at night. I know I don't get enough sleep, and it's making me really tired in the daytime, but I'm saving up to go travelling at the moment. What can I do?
This is really common for people who have a varying shift pattern, but over time it can lead to something called circadian rhythm disorder. This is when you have both insomnia and excessive fatigue when you are awake. In order to counteract this, what you need to do is move your sleep pattern in line with your shift hours. In order to do this, you need to create a healthy sleep environment when you are trying to sleep during the day. My top tips for doing this are: have no alcohol or caffeine just before you go to bed. Have an air conditioning unit in your bedroom to keep it cool during the summer months. Use blackout blinds and earplugs to create a quiet and dark environment. And turn your phone off. It's daytime for everyone else and you don't want to be disturbed.
My name's Gary. I just want to talk to you about the problems that trackers have. I don't think we get a very good press, to be honest. You know, people complain about driving, being all over the place and stuff, but I don't think people really get how hard it is because we have to meet demands of our schedules. We're driving so many hours a day, and when we're tired, we only get to sleep at the roadside most of the time, and that ain't tranquil. I just wanted, you know, to know how detrimental that is to me, really.
A really common problem amongst lorry drivers is their sleep is too short. What this means is that you don't get into the stage of sleep known as REM sleep. REM sleep is really important for learning and consolidation of the skills that you've acquired throughout the day. My top tip would be, for lorry drivers, is to, whenever possible, try and sleep for longer periods of time in a quiet sleep environment, taking the top tips that we talked about earlier. When you do sleep for long periods of time, after a lack of REM sleep, what you'll get is something called REM rebound. We have a lot more REM sleep to make up for all that you've lost. So there's no worries, Gary.
Well, I've certainly learned a lot from Dr. Sleepwell's insightful comments, and I hope you have too. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. Thanks for watching, and I hope you sleep well.